Hey everyone, it's Dr. Quartell here again with another episode of our podcast, and I'm so happy you've had an opportunity to tune in. So let's get started. Today we're going to lean into building health and fitness through cardiovascular activity. Running, jogging, a bike, elliptical, things like that. And let me ask you, start with this question, right? When was the last time you spent 45 minutes on a treadmill or a spin bike and thought, whoa, that was totally worth all my time? Yeah, I've not felt like that in a long time either. Yet millions of people keep doing this, investing hours and hours and hours because they think it's the only path to better fitness, to weight loss. Oh, I got to lose my belly, want to get rid of my flab under here. Today we're going to flip the script on that and dig into really what is actually happening. Cardiovascular activity, or cardio, is one of the most misunderstood parts of fitness. Some people love it. Some people avoid it like getting a root canal. And some people do it religiously, day after day after day, because they believe that they have no other choice to maintain fitness. But here's the real truth. You have better options, smarter options, and they do take a fraction of time, and they're rooted in how humans developed over time, right? So let's start by tackling the three biggest objections and myths that I hear about cardio training. The first is, I do a lot of cardio because I want to burn calories. It's the only way that I can burn calories. Yeah, cardio does burn calories, but only really while you're doing it. When you stop, the benefit of calorie burning stops, and the body adapts to that as well. If you add resistance training, on the other hand, it'll burn fewer calories over time, but the workout effect keeps burning calories for hours afterward because your body has to rebuild muscles. More muscle means better glucose storage, which means better insulin sensitivity, faster metabolism. When you're at rest, all these things line up. Whereas if you're constantly doing steady state cardio, the body, builds a resistance to that over time, and you become adapted to it. The second objection is, I do cardio because I enjoy it way more than lifting weights. I get it. Enjoyment matters. It does. But, I love ice cream more than I love broccoli, but it doesn't make ice cream a good choice for dinner. Just because you prefer something, it doesn't mean it should override your physiological need, right? Just because you prefer it doesn't mean you should be doing it. And then the third one is, I avoid lifting weights because I'm afraid of injury. Here's the irony. Properly performed resistance training actually prevents injuries in the long run because it builds balanced muscles, stable joints, increases the hardness of the body. Whereas endless repetitive cardio without any sort of variety, that's usually where I see most of our overuse injuries coming from, right? So it's a cross training that does help. So not just saying just resistance training, you can do cardio, but the type of cardio you need is important, right? And we have to use it correctly. So when we talk about doing cardio right, it starts with two types. The first one is high intensity interval training, or HIIT training, or Tabata training sometimes. It's short, efficient training that's perfectly aligned with how we evolved as humans. Our ancestors 20, 30,000 years ago didn't go out for a morning jog around the savannah. Right? They would move steadily throughout most of the day, but occasionally they'd have a burst of maximum effort, like chasing prey or escaping danger, surviving, doing something, right? So brief, intense cardio demand, that's what HIIT training replicates. So a HIIT session might look like this. You might warm up for a minute or a couple of minutes, and then you're going to push as hard as you can for 30 to 90 seconds, catch your breath, and repeat. So walk for a little bit, then jog, run real quick, then walk, then jog, then run real quick. And then you just repeat this cycle a few times. And maybe in 5 to 10 minutes, you'll do it 3-4 times. It'll stimulate mitochondrial growth. It'll improve your insulin sensitivity. It'll strengthen your heart. It'll create a metabolic afterburn that lasts way after you're done, long time after you're done. So the benefits keep on building. It will feel uncomfortable. If it feels uncomfortable, you're doing it correctly, right? You should be breathless. You should feel like your body is begging you to stop. That's where the adaptation happens. That's really where the building of increased fitness happens. The intensity doesn't mean be reckless. Go into it slowly, gradually, build over time. Always prioritize technique and safety and control over, being too intense. right? And then on the opposite side of this, the training that we do, instead of the HIIT training, it's a zone 2 training, right? So if HIIT is an explosive sprint, zone 2 is a calm, steady climb. It's a low, moderate intensity aerobic work at about 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. You can typically hold a conversation, but it'll sound like you're working a little bit and breathing a little bit heavy, but yeah, we can talk about, right? That's zone 2. It doesn't feel dramatic, but the benefits are extraordinary, right? Weightlifting, you can maintain zone 2, right? It strengthens your heart. It improves circulation. It builds real endurance. It builds the ability of your body to use oxygen efficiently over long periods of time. This is where your body learns to burn fat as fuel. It'll cause an increase in mitochondrial number and efficiency. It improves your metabolic flexibility. It improves your insulin sensitivity. You're not going to have these sugar spikes as much. And from a longevity and health span perspective, zone 2 is one of the most powerful tools of training you have. If you do supersets in weightlifting, long heavy walks, maybe with a pack on the back, and it also helps for recovery. It's low impact, promotes circulation, and stimulates body repair without added stress. Mentally, it provides a reset button. It lowers stress hormones of cortisol, helps to stabilize mood, gives your brain just a little bit of breathing room, just a little bit of, oh wow, that was great, right? So which is better, HIIT or zone 2? The magic is both, right? When you do both, they synergistically help each other become better. HIIT training builds power, speed, metabolic intensity. Zone 2 will help build endurance, fat burning capacity, and longevity and health span. One teaches your body to push hard, the other teaches your body to sustain. You need both. They're two sides of the same type of coin. And if you think of fitness like building a house, zone 2 would be the foundation. It makes everything else possible. And the HIIT training are the beams that give structure, that give the power, the resilience. If you only build with HIIT training, you're going to burn out. If you rely only on zone 2, it'll definitely help. You'll be healthier, but you're never going to unlock the body's full potential for metabolic health, mitochondrial health, cardiovascular fitness, and potential. Right? But remember, together you have a complete system with the two of them. They act synergistically. 1 + 1 = 3 when you do them together. So what might a simple week look like, with the type of resistance training, cardio? The first, you might do 2 resistance training sessions a week, right? Weightlifting, 2 short HIIT sessions, and then maybe 1 or 2 longer zone 2 sessions. If you're really busy, maybe 2 5-minute HIIT sessions, maybe a little bit of zone 2 here or there, and maybe some band work at home. You don't need hours and hours of cardio. You just need the right kind of cardio applied intentionally. So here's the takeaway, the summation, right? Cardio isn't one thing. It's 2 very different tools serving 2 very different purposes. The HIIT training gives you the intensity, the efficiency, the metabolic power. The zone 2, that functions more to give you the endurance, the recovery, a long and healthy, physically fit life, right? The resistance training, adding that in, that's like the glue that holds it together. That gives you the strength and the structure. And when you blend all 3, it creates a body that's strong and durable and efficient and built to last. So this week, if you're not already doing it, try it. Try 1 5-minute HIIT session, 1 30-minute zone 2 walk. Notice how differently they feel. Notice how good you feel after. And that's your body telling you that it was designed for exactly this. Not just endless treadmill sessions, but occasional super intensity and then steady, sustainable effort. Together, they both work in a good way, right? So train smart, build wisely, give your body what it actually needs. And it's a combo approach. It's a cross-training approach. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for tuning in for this week's episode. Remember, you can always reach out to me. Send me an email. Send me a text. I'd love to hear from you. I'll definitely get back to you. And remember, keep going.